No.
Greetings and salutations, one and all. Did you miss us? I missed me. Welcome back to what might very well be the final episode of our Vampire 5th Edition Chronicle, Savage City. We'll see how well that goes.
But it still says, but it still says Kev Talk, the AKA Rune Toon She-Hole.
Because you didn't refresh it.
Okay.
Also, I can still hear myself in your mic, Adam, so lower whatever that is.
Fucking hell, Adam, come on.
I don't know what I'm
doing this.
I don't know.
Awesome. Oh, shit.
I'm just going to use manual dice.
Alright, previously on Savage City, the Coterie was investigating the disappearance of a few of the dregs of society that had gone missing lately in their domain. And their last lead they had was a young, rather thin-looking prostitute by the name of Skylar. That lead ended up faltering a little bit as Rafael Rosales went to seek help with his young ward. Hi, Annie, how's it going? From the local church, who just happened to be run by... Who am I echoing in?
I think it's me.
Like, I can very clearly hear myself on somebody's mic. Anyway, this church happened to be run by a member of the Cainite heresy, and the Second Inquisition, running rampant through Baltimore these nights, got wind of it really fast and burned that place to the ground. The future of the congregation and Raphael's financial aid is currently uncertain. Meanwhile, Klizhnikov had been contracted by the local Tremere to do a bit of espionage, playing to the strengths that he developed during his mortal life. They asked of Klizhnikov who among the Gangrel might be sent to dispatch their primogen. For the Tremere believe, for some reason that I'm sure is totally unfounded, the Gangrel have it in for what's left of the Tremere Chantry after it was burned to flinders by the Second Inquisition. And two, why exactly the Nosferatu are so buddy-buddy with the Gangrel. For little political power will shift in the domain so long as the ruling Gangrel have their own personal spy network in their back pocket. When last we left off, you guys had tracked down one of the Anarch gangs to an area of Dundalk Cityside. And as you were exploring, I believe Klizhnikov is currently obfuscated. El Fuego and Raphael have gone down a particular alleyway to interrogate a homeless man who had seen absolutely nothing. And some rather threatening shadows had appeared behind Annabelle. And that is where we resume. Annabelle, as you turn, you see four rather bedraggled-looking urban youths, clothed in... How is your streetwise? Is streetwise still a thing in this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, you want to give me son of a bitch, I muted you. You want to give me an intelligence streetwise roll? And we'll call this a difficulty 3.
I gotta log into Roll20, I forgot about this.
God damn it, Adam. Throw chops with me. We're doing this right now, fucker. Throw chops with me.
What do you mean throw chops with you?
Rock, paper, scissors, goddammit. Let's do this.
Okay.
Oh boy, go in Mind's Eye Society.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay.
We're not in a hurry, okay? Why do you ask?
Hold on.
Ready, shoot.
I can't see. Hold on, let me just...
Whatever, Adam, whatever. Jesus Christ.
Okay, one more time.
No, you're fine. Judging by their garb and similarities between them, you can sort of surmise they might be dressed in some kind of gang colors, but it's like a very, very particular hunter green.
What's their ethnicity?
They are mixed, of course.
Oh, of course, as most gangs are.
Your JoJo characters?
The JoJo gang.
The gang stars? No. Yeah, there you go.
Now, at this point, the other three will have, of course, noticed that these people approach Annabelle. However, they haven't noticed you yet. What with the two large, beefy Mexican fellows being obfuscated down the alleyway and Kalishnikov being literally obfuscated in plain sight.
I'm gonna see how this turns out before I presume and just start beating people up.
Yeah, see, that's the smart thing to do. I'm gonna walk out.
Like, we've been expecting you.
You lost here, little girl?
Not at all.
Oh man, those southern gangsters. Oh man, are they on horses?
God damn it.
Something about you tells me that you don't quite belong here.
You don't belong in this world.
Be gone!
Yeah, I don't belong here. I belong in Japan.
God.
Yeah, you are a monster.
You
What
might
happens
want to
if they're
leave
like,
before you get hurt.
This is K-pop territory. This isn't anime territory.
This is J-Rock, okay, guys?
At this point, Raphael emerges. They don't seem particularly intimidated by you, large though you are. Though they do take notice of you and...
Then I step out. And I'm slightly taller than him. Like a good head taller.
Just a nesting doll of big beefy Latino men.
Basically, they're like, oh, he's not that big. And then El Fuego steps out.
Like, oh,
Hey, I think you boys in the wrong territory.
yeah.
Now suddenly
No,
Adam's
because then
Southern
that
Belle.
means they're gonna think we're gonna like Latinos are gonna move in on their territory. It's like, oh yes, we represent Clan Bruja. I mean, Gang Bruja.
I mean, you technically do.
I mean, they're either going to think that or think you're going to run a train on this girl.
I'm like, come now, amigos. There is no need for us to have to leave the premise. We are simply looking for people.
You're looking in the wrong place. Now get moving.
We will be out of your territory as soon as we find who we are looking for.
I don't remember negotiating the terms of your particular evacuation here.
I'm gonna grab his nuts.
Trademark. Damn.
You're gonna grab this dude's nuts? Alright, give me strength roll.
Oh yeah, it's just.
Oh man, can I give him some kind of assist roll? No.
You got some big cojones, hombre. Be ashamed, but rip. What did chance do again? 2 chance?
What now?
2 chance is a critical?
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically critical means instant death if you use it on a mortal. So do you just want to like rip this guy from nuts to nose or?
No, I'm just gonna very firmly grab his nuts.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You grab his nuts
I mean, I might pop one.
and you instill him with such fear and pain, he is frozen solid, will not move, eyes wide as dinner plates, slack-jawed. The rest of them are going to move into offensive positions. So now we go into initiative, which if you remember in V5 is sort of set. So we'll begin with engaged melee. Players beat the NPCs. So that means Rafael El Fuego, is there any actions you would like to take at this point as the other three will begin to square up?
I'm gonna grab one of them and just kind of put them in a headlock, or is it a reverse headlock?
Same difference. Strength brawl.
Strength brawl. Oh boy. Well, Chaz, you might find this hard to believe, but the luchador has that as a specialty.
I've been surprised by other things.
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. I'll take half for this guy. All right, so you got him in the headlock. You can hear a pop as something sort of goes out of place.
Snap his neck.
But he's still struggling.
I believe the negotiations have begun.
One of them is going to pull a knife from the inside of his jacket. He's going to stab for Raphael. So, Raphael, if you would like to, you can either counterattack, or you can try and dodge out of the way.
Xavier, you know what you have to do. Remove the first man's nuts, and use them to pinch the knife in between your fingers.
I did intend on ripping this man's nuts off now. I don't... How tough is scrotum skin? Like, would the knife just go through?
If you snap it together fast enough, you can catch it and stop it.
Mazzy Von Morrison, good evening.
And Mazzy's keeping a nut counter.
Nut.
You should also have one for the Hentai Late Club.
I'd rather not keep track of that.
Can I use this man's body, the guy whose nuts I currently have, as a shield?
You have him by the nuts. You can move him wherever you want. He's not gonna pull away.
Yeah, let's try a strength brawl to reposition him then.
Obviously, being part of a gang, you can't be fully sympathetic to this man, but he's not having a nice day.
2 successes.
2 successes. So you yank this guy's nuts, and try to position him in the path. Unfortunately, it's not quite fast enough as this guy is with the knife. So the knife is actually going to dig into you for 1 point of lethal damage.
Son of a...
Is that how that works? I might have my combat rules for V5 a little confused. Anyway, that will end engaged melee, as you do see the other guy, the 4th guy, step back, reach for something in his coat. Actually, I guess Annabelle, would you like to do anything? Since you're technically in melee range.
Grab somebody's nuts at him.
Nuts. You can bite the nuts.
That's a common thing to do, though. This is a new character.
As Annabelle heard legend of the legendary Anarch Carlo, who could get by on strictly crying on blowjobs.
The ultimate Yusuf.
Yusuf.
Hello again, amigo.
Yusuf, dude, I feel like you subscribe like every time we see you. I mean, we love you. Don't get us wrong, but
what are you, gay?
You're my favorite Canadian user. Wait.
You're definitely in the top 5 for me.
I don't believe you like that many Canadians, Tom.
Well, the best friends are Canadian. Super best friends.
Fair enough. Adam, what are you gonna do?
I guess I'll be the crowd pleaser, the crowd pleaser, and bite the nuts.
Are you gonna bite the nuts of the dude I have, or
the one with the
knife?
You're gonna
go for somebody with free nuts.
The one with the knife.
You're gonna bite his nuts.
Do like a power slide?
Power slide.
That
fucking bite.
She's a vampire. Her knee skin can take it.
Adam, I want you to know you're not helping your reputation. Now, points to you for leaning into it, but
this
is not how you stop being the blowjob guy.
It's like, aha, I won't suck his dick, I'll just bite it off.
All right.
It's only gay nuts, though.
I don't even know how to fucking adjudicate this.
This is gonna expecting it.
I'm making you a better DM or a better storyteller this way, Chaz.
Give me dexterity brawl, and since he's wearing jeans, I'll give him a point of armor.
But I have
Do
fangs,
jeans
though.
hold up against vampire fangs?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Are you using the fangs? Because that's a different story.
Oh,
Let's go with it. Yeah, you need all the help I can get with this one.
You're gonna pop fangs and go down on this guy.
No, I'm gonna do a little power sliding so they don't
power
know.
slide.
Now
Fucking
I
How goes the weasel on his nuts?
wanna point out one thing. We know what's going on, like meta game wise, but in universe, this is Annabelle's first instinct. I am in danger. I need to bite this guy's nuts.
Well, I know that's like self-defense. They teach you go for the nuts. So
Not with your mouth, Adam. They teach you that in a different class.
Well, because he's not strong enough to fight them, like punching or kicking. He's like, you know what? I got a nasty bite.
Yeah.
As a vampire without protean, that's his one natural weapon.
Yeah. I have like 1 brawl, 3 decks. So yeah.
You got
That'll
a
be
chance
there.
to go for nuts. What'd you get? Ooh!
You got 2.
Oh shit!
3. Yeah.
3.
You got 3?
Yep.
You chomp down on his nuts. What's your strength rating?
3. Yeah.
You have 3 strength?
2 rather. Yeah. It was a dark spot in my glass. In my glasses.
It just so happened to give me another dot of strength.
Oh boy. Mazzy put the counter up to 2.
Yay.
Well, one of this guy's testicles explodes in your mouth.
Ah.
It bursts in your mouth.
No, this makes you like a weird,
You're gonna get pregnant.
You made this guy bust a nut.
No.
He falls to the ground screaming. Kalishnikov, you can see the other guy as he steps back. He's going for a gun, looking in El Fuego's direction. What would you like to do?
Well, where am I in relation to all of this?
You're probably standing a few feet away and nobody can see you because you've got the obfuscator going.
Tom,
I
have you
forgot.
seen Kung Fury?
Not in a long time.
Shoot
do
him
you
in the
remember
nuts.
Triceratops?
No.
Triceratops, you shot everybody in the nuts.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, what is my level? Obfuscate, and can I do?
Why are you watching that happen? Kalishnikov's just like, yes, Americans. Interesting tactics.
They go for the nuts. Very, very effective, I see.
Let's see. Ah.
Oh, he's like, that is an advanced sambo move. The small one has more talent than expected.
Now I need to see if she can throw tomahawk while doing backflip. All right. Well. Okay. The way this it works, I can't move from my position and stay obfuscated. That breaks it, right?
What level of obfuscate do you have?
1.
Then no. You can't move at all. If you had
No.
obfuscate 2, then you could do whatever the fuck you wanted. And until you actually fired the gun or made some kind of noise that brought attention to you, that would break it. But at obfuscate 1, you have to be stock still.
Mm. And I'm
Pull your gun and shoot.
I'm not. Ah, fuck it.
Shoot him in the dick.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Shoot him in the nuts.
I'll shoot the gunman in the nut.
We're
This
gonna
is
be
a
the
coterie
Nutcracker
synchronism.
clan.
This is before we transform into our ultimate form.
This is the fucking This
This
is our
what
heat
gets
move.
us kicked out.
All right,
This is the group heat move.
compose your firearms. Do it.
Composure. I have some of that, and firearms. I got more of that.
I like to
Alright.
imagine the slow-mo is him focusing on the gun to shoot it out of his hand, and then just aiming slightly lower.
When you fuck up a the duel in Red Dead.
Okay.
Damn it.
I forgot. Can I spend willpower for success in this edition?
So the way it works in this edition is you spend the willpower after you roll, and it lets you re-roll 3 non-hunger dice. Max Farrow, how's it going? Thanks for following. But yeah, it lets you re-roll 3 regular dice.
Okay. So
By the way, if anybody spent willpower last session, that comes back.
Okay, well, I got 3 successes.
Okay.
Can I... So, willpower would mean I could roll 3 again, right?
You could re-roll 3.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Why the hell not?
go for it.
Shoot him in the nuts.
Does this negate the successes I already have, or...
No,
No, the successes you already have, unless you re-roll those dice.
Oh, well, then I only need to... okay.
You can re-roll up to 3. You don't have to re-roll all of them.
Oh, okay.
If you want to spend a willpower and just re-roll 1 or 2, that's absolutely within the rules also.
Okay. Then that's 4 successes.
4 successes. You blast this guy right in the fucking dong, and he goes down, and...
Wait, what kind of gun are you using?
I assume, like, a fucking Makarov.
No! Oh, man. Is the Makarov with the smaller caliber?
I believe it's a 9mm.
Okay, yeah, you can just shoot like one nut. I mean, the other one's gonna be shaken, but
It's still gonna hurt like hell.
yeah.
What is the caliber of the Makarov?
Alright, at this point, there is no charge into melee, so...
Yeah,
El Fuego, you've got this guy struggling in your grip. Do you want to give me a strength brawl just to hold on to him?
Yeah. Oh, counter went up to 3.
Oh gosh.
3 successes.
Alright. So you
What do
basically...
you have to do?
You've got this guy as he's wriggling. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, what is it with you fucking people and nuts?
As I kind of squeeze a little tighter, I'm like, you wish to join the rest of your company? I see. No.
I'm good. What do you want?
Ah, yes. I told you we were looking for some people. We are going to negotiate with you. But, I need to know now, are you the leaders of the gang around here or no?
No, man. We work for the leader. All right, it's a long story.
Now, who is your jefe?
It's this chick named April, man. Look, what do you want? We're not even supposed to talk about her.
I was looking for April, right?
Yes.
She's the leader of the Anarchs here?
Yep.
Well, you see, I need to speak to
we
April.
killed these guys?
He
Or at least
killed them.
severely maimed them?
Yeah.
We made them eunuchs. If anything, we've made them more stable warriors.
Yeah, but they don't have as much rage now.
Yeah, now they'll fight with a clear mind.
Oh,
a
man,
clear
did we-
mind, but they won't have that extra push should they need it.
Did we just make Truha? That's how you really become a Truha.
You know the April. I am looking for April. You see, we are looking for her because we wish to make an alliance.
What?
An alliance. We were trying to make one before you rudely attacked us.
It's her job, man. She's got people hunting her or something. Man, she said not to let anybody hang around, especially people we don't know. I was doing what I was told.
I understand. So you just do what you are told. You do not think for yourself.
Like I said, it's a long story. Okay, I kind of have to do what she asked me.
Has she been feeding you her blood? Her sangre?
You could probably tell from the way this guy's struggling that he's got a little bit of potence on him. And these guys are probably ghouls. Annabelle, you can taste a little bit of the kindred vitae in your mouth.
And the fruit gusher?
The nut gusher.
Yeah, the nut gusher.
Is Annabelle taking her blood for the evening?
Suck the nuts.
Get the one drop.
I mean, if you bit off this man's nuts, there's a little bit more than a drop.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood coming out of there. It's gushing. No joke.
Especially if he's getting turned on by it, there's going to be blood trying to rush down there, and there's nowhere to go. Just
He's gonna die.
Anyways, as I'm kind of squeezing him tighter and tighter, I'm like, well, you see, if you do not wish to lose your huevos, you will tell us what we need, where we can meet April.
All right. Easy. Just let me go, man. I can't breathe. Just give me some air.
No.
I'm gonna ease up on him.
end his life. Give him the Kaneko Buster, but on the nuts.
3 blocks down. 3 blocks down. There's a building that's boarded up. The building, it's got a what do you call it? Like one of those Mexican Day of the Dead things painted on them.
A skull?
You know, like the chicks. I don't know the name, man. Like a Karen or something. Anyway, the building with the Karen on it, not the building. There's a basement entrance around the back. Go around the back. Be polite. April's probably gonna kill me, man.
No. She will not kill you if you completely failed. I say as I basically start slowly knocking him out.
Okay, yeah. No roll for that. You just chokehold the guy.
He got off easy.
I'm gonna take some of his blood.
Sure. How much would you like to take?
How much do I need to take for another health roll?
It is what kind of damage do you have? Are you still at Ag?
I still have 4.
Yeah.
Ag is a bit of a bitch. I think Ag is like 3 what was it called? 3 rouse checks, if memory serves.
So how much blood do I gotta take?
You could take 3 points of blood from this guy if you wanted to. That could be bad for his health, however.
I will take, if nobody has any objections, I will take 1 from everybody.
Josh, I'm going to let you know right now, you might as well take 3 from him.
No, you're gonna kill all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll just take all 3.
I will take 2, because I don't know if he's gonna kill. I'll just be like, I'll just take 2. So I'm not getting hungry.
Xavier, from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate the aversion to metagaming. You're a good dude.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past El Fuego if he's just like hungry and dying to accidentally kill a person. Or not kill a person, because how much do you take from killing a person? 5?
No, it depends on if it is against the Chronicle tenets or against your character's conviction. I believe Gothic, you guys picked Gothic Romantic, which was uphold the laws of
Just society.
just society, always don't deny true love, and I always forget what the third one was.
The guilty must be punished.
Yeah, so depending on your point of view, I am absolutely fine with, if you think these guys are guilty, or if you think that killing them helps uphold the mores of a just society, then fucking off them.
Yeah, they tried to accost some minorities and a woman. They were clearly in the wrong here.
Do they have drugs on them?
Probably.
Okay, then El Fuego's not gonna feel bad about taking 3 blood. El Fuego comes from Juarez, where a very bad drug war happened, and he does not take kindly to people who sell them.
No, he might not be selling them. He might be taking them.
I'm taking that blood.
You got it.
What do I gotta roll for my health?
3 rouse checks.
So I just roll 3 dice?
Yes.
Does one of them have to be a hunger dice?
No.
2 successes.
Okay, so your hunger's gonna go up by 1. What was your hunger before you ate this dude? Okay, then I'll say, fuck it, it'll balance out. We'll say you healed first and then ate. You guys are still used to V20 healing where you have to spend the blood and then you grow hungrier after you heal. Never mind.
Well, yeah, it takes energy expenditure.
And we are ready to find a Abril's hideout.
Kalishnikov, do you just walk over and...
Okay,
Yeah, pretty
you're just
much.
like, all right, on our way, and you're just like, hey, wait, I have to pee.
Yeah.
Please go on ahead. I must take smoke break.
I am Russian, I pee bullets.
Just in case I'm caught by enemy. I jack off in face, boom, dead.
Just as I blew his nuts off, I blow my nuts and blow others off.
Does Kalishnikov have a brief moment to think to himself? He's like, why did I follow along with that? It's like one of them did it, the others did it, I did it.
Pack mentality.
Oh man. The pack gets the credit, right, Xavier?
The pack gets the credit. I think our wisdom went down, but we got glory. Also, I think we also took a hit to honor, but definitely glory.
Anyway, disposing of the, offing them and hiding the bodies in the trash cans in the alley, whatever, or garbage.
No, don't forget to put some coke on them.
They already had some on
They
them.
already have coke.
Oh yeah, you should. Just another victim of gang violence.
Whether bites in the nutsack.
Gang violence.
Oh man. The poor police officer who's going to see that in the morning. All 4 victims suffered severe traumatic damage. To
Officer Hank.
Yay.
We have a serial murderer here on the loose. The nut buster.
So you can't call him that. Why? He busts people's nuts. That's not what that means anymore.
I had a professor who thought Netflix and chill was exactly what it said. He did not realize it had a second meaning.
Sexual undertones.
Hentai with senpai.
Yeah, we're making our way to that building.
Alright, so you follow the hastily spat instructions given to you, wending your way around the corner, and eventually you do come to a very, very, very condemned, very boarded up old building, but sprayed across, covering the filth and the grime and the dry rotted wood, is a very beautiful depiction of a Mexican Catarina in a very distinct stained glass style, much that would very much match the description of the Toreador member of April's gang that you were given in her particular breed of work.
Were we told if April was a Bruja?
I don't believe you ever... Actually, no, Kalishnikov would know that she's a gangrel. I don't know if the rest
I
of
was
you...
just like, what's her last name?
I kind of turned to Raphael, and I'm like, Raphael, are we anarchs? Are we a joke? I say as I look at the super anarch-looking hideout.
Huh. Little insensitive.
I'm like, are we the stereotypical? Do we not have an abandoned boat? Perhaps next time we will pick a penthouse or something.
Yeah,
I
what is
say
going to
that-
happen to the boat?
Oh, we're taking it with us wherever we go.
We're going to just sail. We're just going to fucking drag it.
I'm gonna wait for Kalishnikov to come back.
I missed that whole conversation.
No, we're just making a joke about anarch hideouts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Kalishnikov to come up with this to ask if he senses any of the booby traps on the door.
Do you think that I have superpower?
You're the Russian superpower.
No, but were you not in the some sort of Russian secret thing that you all do?
Do you not have Russian bomb sense?
I am very close to meeting my final death, amigo. This is why I ask. I am a little cautious.
I'm going to choose to ignore that.
He's like dying from like burn wounds.
Do I see... With my specialties in break-ins, do I see a way in?
Well, the ghoul did mention that there was a basement access around the side of the building. And as you go around the side of the building, indeed, there is a door that leads down. Kalishnikov, would you please give me a resolve awareness, I believe it is in this one?
Where's awareness?
You
Oh, there it
resolve
is.
to be aware.
Okay. That's 5 successes, amigo.
5 successes. With 5 successes, you can see... So the door does also appear to be boarded up with this big sheet of plywood.
I'm glad I needed a roll to see that.
Hang on. Hang on. However, with your roll, you can also see that this plywood doesn't actually connect anywhere around the door. It's literally just stuck on the face of it, essentially for show. You also notice there's this very, very almost hairline crack that runs down the midsection of the door where you would expect the doorknob or the lock to be. It's almost imperceptible, especially in the wan light of the street corner and the somewhat obscured moon above. But you can absolutely see that there is this little tiny slice right midway down and to the right of the door.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my little grew knife
Okay.
that every Russian has.
Like that is exactly the kind of thing I
Like
was
stick it in the
about.
imperceivable.
All right. So when you slide your knife in, you find that you can actually spread the crack fairly wide, and underneath it is a brand new, gleaming, like very, very
Bomb.
polished metal. No, brand new lock set into the door of this boarded up basement.
What kind of lock is it?
It's a sort of like the kind of lock you'd pick up at a hardware store, the expensive one, but at the same time, it's not like a professional security lock that you would pay thousands of dollars for. It's more like somebody dropped a good $50 at Home Depot.
I'll keep
Finest of anarch security.
spraying mask.
See?
You strong, no? Da?
Sí. Muy fuerte.
Wouldn't that be muy duro?
Maybe.
Bin.
My Spanish isn't perfect.
Can you bin lock?
I'll see what I can do. As I say, as I kind of put my middle finger into the hook of the lock and kind of grasp it and just pull it.
All right, give me a strength roll.
Just pure strength.
Now remember, in V5, when you make an attribute roll, you double it. So you're technically going to roll strength plus strength.
And you have that thing for potence that lets you add your potence rating to your strength.
Oh boy. Thank you for reminding me.
I think that does require a rouse check, doesn't it?
No, it's passive. It just doesn't apply. It only applies to strength things and not, combat. Because that'd be stupid.
I would jam my knife in there to help you, but I'm pretty sure you just take the knife before the lock.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's a critical with a total of 8 successes.
So
Unless criticals counted as 2, in which case I would have 10.
yeah, criticals do double themselves, so a critical is essentially 4. But a critical win, yeah, you basically just rip this thing like tissue paper into the dirt.
These are completely useless.
As you fucking hulk up and like veins burst out of your shirt.
Do I pull off like the whole trapdoor with me?
Do you want to?
Kind of.
Do it.
That was a GM voice of, I'm not sure you want to make that decision, so I'll go ahead and just pull the lock off.
Okay, yeah. You rip the lock off, it falls, the lock, the hasp, the other half of the hasp in 3 pieces into the dirt.
As Latinos, we have levels in rope.
We also have the racial ability siesta, where we can treat one short rest as a long rest. But some of you are jealous now. No.
Unfortunately, there is drawbacks.
The Greeks and Italians get it too.
It's not all pluses.
That's true.
Well, the Spanish also, I guess. Alright, I'm opening the door.
Alright, Adam. I would like you to roll for me 8 dice. 2 of which are hunger dice. And this is you. I just don't feel like taking any out.
So 8?
Yes. And let me know how the hunger dice does.
I'll make
You
the
said-
last 2 hunger.
You don't know how much Xavier wishes that was true.
Yeah.
I thought it was Finland that wasn't a real place, not Spain.
No, it's Wyoming.
You got 2 successes and 1 hunger.
2 successes, and how did the hunger dice do?
1.
Okay. One's on hunger dice only effect if you get no successes whatsoever. Alright.
So I got a 7 on the. I got a 3 and a 7 for the hunger dice.
That's the most success.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the successes was a hunger dice.
Yeah.
Is what I'm
Gotcha.
saying.
Yeah.
Alright. You open the door. You look, and you are hit with a smell. Very strong iron, obviously blood. Maybe the sharp tang of aerosol paints, little gunpowder. Anything but fresh air. Probably some mold. Aside from the sliver of light that manages to trickle into the basement beyond you, the room is completely dark. You can just make out what appears to be sometimes plywood, sometimes strung up sheets, different sort of visual obstructions that partition this large basement into several rooms, with a main hallway that sort of extends between all of them.
Oh, hello, Daestra.
Daestra!
Oh, you finally fucking showed up.
You missed the nut ripping.
You missed a lot of nuts.
For 1 will wait.
Can anyone here see in the dark?
We are vampires. We are vampires, not creatures of the night.
Don't be stupid. Vampires can see in the dark.
I forget who it was that told me. Forgive me, please. It might have been Mazzy, maybe. But somebody told me that they actually fixed that in Requiem.
That all vampires can see in the dark.
I believe so. I think Gangrel can do it like really super well, but all vampires gain some degree of like night vision, kind of. That wasn't you, Mazzy? Okay, I'm sorry. Then I am doubly sorry to whoever it was. I forget exactly who said it, but that's what I was told.
I don't know if I can see in the dark. I don't think I can.
I do not have protein.
Is it still Protean, or could you get it as something else?
You can get it in Oblivion. I don't think you have any Oblivion.
No.
What about Skyrim?
Or Morrowind.
Or Skyrim again.
Or Skyrim Part 2.0? Or Skyrim VR?
So, somebody throw like a glow stick in there.
The only one who would have glow sticks is Adam.
Just me personally, not Annabelle?
No, I'm talking. I mean,
Are you telling me Annabelle doesn't do the glow stick dancing?
Well, she's the idol, though. She doesn't do that part.
Yeah,
She's
but
the worshiper.
she's not an idol.
You're a low rank idol. You have to bring your own glow sticks to the concert.
I said, you there. You who attacks with your mouth to the nuts. Do you have any glow sticks?
I love the idea that we don't know each other's names.
Like, hey, Russian man, do you have any gas mask for the stell? Do I roll like percentages, Chaz?
Sorry?
When I roll percentages, do you have a glow stick? Or do I just have a glow stick?
You know what? I think you guys just came from the Weeb Club earlier. I say Weeb Club, that's not fair to Orpheus. Orpheus is a goth alternative club. They just really like Weeb stuff, as many goths do. So, you having just come from Orpheus not too long ago, it's possible. I will give you a 20% chance on a percentile dice.
Chess.
Sir.
Did you ever post anything to their Facebook page when you saw they were having a Vampire the Masquerade look?
I completely fucking forgot. So it turns out, you guys, after we had that session where everybody went to Orpheus is a real club in Baltimore. They posted on their Facebook page that they were hosting a Vampire the Masquerade LARP.
You should have plugged us.
Yeah, they wanted me to like post something so bad, like, "Hey, we used you in a vampire game." The whole time just calling them fucking weebs.
Also, did we ever get a response from Sealand?
We never got a response from Sealand.
Damn.
We're gonna have to find a different micronation to help represent us.
Liechtenstein?
And I got a 25, Chaz.
25. You didn't pick up any. Sorry, buddy.
I find it hard to believe that the Russian doesn't have any emergency flashes.
Just flares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even like the regular like ones you buy at the fucking like a sports shop. It's like a fucking like the ones for like airdrops.
Yeah.
With all the fucking smoke.
Do you have one?
I don't know, Charlie. Do I have airdrop flares?
Kalishnikov is just that kind of guy. Like, he just has one that reminds him of Mother Russia. I'll give you a percentile roll at a 10%. Just fucking light up the whole fucking room.
There's actually gas down there.
Or fucking that fucking flare gun from
Jaws?
hunting season?
That's a no-go, compadre.
Nope.
Out of 21.
I like how in universe you guys are all checking your pockets. Glow stick? No. Flare gun?
Then
I will take up my cell phone and use the flashlight.
left flare in other quotes.
What's the battery?
And Kalishnikov is not someone to be sentimental about anything.
His whole shtick is Mother Russia and
But to
patriotism.
be sentimental about an object means you put value on an object, and that's capitalist.
Fair enough. Alright. Raphael whips out his cell phone, activates the flashlight, and a tiny swath of light cuts its way into the darkness.
And the battery dies.
There's a somber around.
Who crosses the threshold?
Normally a Fuego would, but El Fuego needs to heal a little more.
You there, small girl. You're perfectly healthy. Go.
I will walk in first as I have the flashlight.
Okay.
I guess I'll go second, but like super slowly. Like a couple steps behind it.
El Fuego will follow behind.
I'll activate Daunt and be last.
Really, you want Daunt? I would imagine you'd obfuscate, but okay, that's cool.
Can't move.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
what if you ride on my shoulders?
And I'm just like, just going El Fuego's back.
That might
Just on
work.
your shoulders with knife ready, knife in one hand, gun in the other, just ready.
I would imagine you have the knife in your mouth and then the gun just kind of crawling on the back like a spider.
Upside down.
So ready to fucking shoot people's nuts.
Attack from a way the enemy will never expect.
Gun in mouth.
As you step inside, and your footsteps echo off the cold concrete floor, a female voice echoes off the walls. Who the fuck are you?
That is very rude. We do not come here cursing at you. I am El Fuego. This is my coterie.
You're in
I
my
am in-
territory unbidden. And if you're here, I'm guessing it's because you just broke my property.
The other Spanish one.
God
In the
damn it. What's this, uwu?
If you'd like to talk about rude, I'd like to know how you're going to make recompense for my dead ghouls outside.
I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, I didn't kill anybody.
I didn't kill anybody.
Kalishnikov just whistles.
No, you can't see him though.
People die all the time.
From the very back of the hallway, you can see a pair of glowing red eyes leering out of the darkness.
God damn it!
Can you teach me how to do that? Personally, I think it's a little dumb we can't all do that, but... I suppose I could have taken protein at first level. Now, so there is no need to be violent. You were very hard to track down.
There's a reason for that.
Ah,
Apparently
yes, there
not
is a
hard
reason.
enough.
Well, that is the problem. You trusted in the ghouls to look out for you. That is not the way of strength. One must always look out for themselves. As I am assuming you are preparing to do. But do not worry, we will not step any more forward than we have to.
For
As I
you
said-
have no nuts to shoot.
This would make this difficult. I'm gonna grab her ovaries, Mortal Kombat style.
At this point, you can start. You hear some movement in the makeshift rooms to your side. Nothing like a cock of a gun or anything that might indicate violence. Just you're suddenly aware you're not alone.
Actually, before we continue our business, Carter, are you here? I have a question from your sire, Reverend Shane.
You can see a sort of a ripple nearby in one of the curtains as this barrel-chested early 20s African-American guy steps out, sizing you up and down with a curious look in his eye.
It's like, is this a fucking luchador?
Remember, his whole personality is revolving around that dope ass knife he owned.
Oh yeah, does Kalishnikov have the knife, or do I have the knife?
I think I still have the knife.
Do I know
David
you
Parker, how's it going?
I think you do.
Kalishnikov, may I see the sweet-ass knife?
Yeah. I start pulling out several knives.
The one that belongs to the young gentleman over there.
Throws it at him.
It throws it at him.
Yeah, I'll take the knife from Kalishnikov and kind of toss it to the guy. I believe this is yours.
Sort of looks at it again, barely a little reflection of the light peering through the door that he can get. Appreciate it. I haven't seen this place since the cam tumbled our old hideout.
The question I pose to you from your sire, Arthur. Do you honestly believe in the time that you've spent? Have you truly accomplished anything? For you, your neighborhood, your movement, even your clan, if that's how you wish to think of it. That is the question I pose to you now. And even personally, from one vampire, one kindred to another, what do you think you are doing here? Hiding out?
What's his clan?
Probably Bruja. I don't remember.
No, he's not Latino.
Were you not told that he was a Bruja?
I'm pretty sure
he's clearly not.
Yeah, I actually know who you are, David. I remember.
I thought you told me he was a Bruja.
He is.
Because his sire is a Bruja.
That just not.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Tell me as you hide here in the dark, letting other people do the work for you, keeping an eye out for you. What have you truly accomplished in this time? That is why I am here, because I wish to accomplish something. And it will not be done hiding like rats in the dark from the Camarilla, from the Inquisition.
At this point, the female voice interjects again, and you can hear a slight bestial growl in the words, and she's not particularly happy. You've gone through an awful lot of trouble if you're just here to headhunt my gang.
I am not here to headhunt your gang. I am not the Baron. I am part of the Anarchs, but I consider myself more of a soldier than a general.
General.
Fuego, you're an anarch?
Me too.
I think Raphael was just... I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. He was kind of focused on other things.
You're a Bruja and a Latino. You're an Anarch, I'm sorry.
At this point, April herself will step into the light. Maybe late 20s Asian, actually. Didn't quite expect that. Her eyes still glowing with a bestial ferality.
Is that one of my kinks? Let's find out. Boys, what do you think the percentages of that being my kink is?
I'll give it a 40%.
40%.
I don't know. Does it beat out the nun?
86. Nope. I got my sights set on something else right now.
And what exactly is it that you think you can manage to do?
One kindred cannot accomplish everything alone. I wish to get rid of the Inquisition, and I wish to establish the city as an anarch domain.
So do we. It's a nice pipe dream.
A pipe dream if you do not pursue it.
You talk a lot for somebody who hasn't actually given any suggestions, Mr. Hide in the darkness while I wear this mask.
You think I hide behind the mask? No.
I am the mask.
I am the mask. The mask is a true expression of who I am.
It is not who I am underneath.
It defines me.
Dude. Defines me.
I am trying to unite what scraps of anarchs are left in this city. To overthrow the gluttonous prince, who thinks he can hand out power willy-nilly, to Nosferatus who are willing to do his bidding, and to roving packs of gangrels who don't even have anything to think up here in their heads for themselves.
How long have you been here, Fuego? In this
Long
city?
enough.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and you will not believe the amounts of nuts my friend here has pulled off in that time. You can do anything if you set your mind to it.
Here's the thing. Obviously not long enough. That's the problem with people coming into a situation they don't understand and think they can just fix things. There's no way in hell we're working with the traitor Julius if you think you can just unite the anarchs. If we're so fractious and we don't get along, no. We had a baron once. The guy was amazing. The guy damn near could have made this place a barony. Ask Julius what happened to him. Ask him about his little Sabbat friends that he fed him to. That he's probably still harboring. The ones that you want to unite us with so badly. Baltimore's lost. It's a shithole. The Gangrel Anarchs that we had ended up joining with Horwood. The rest of them got chased out of town.
Then why do you stay?
Perhaps
I'm
go to
one place to
Chicago.
another.
Funny you should say that. I'm actually on the next boat out.
Our boat.
So like, you
And
pull
what
out
will
this
happen?
policy.
And what will happen in the next city? When there is a government you do not agree with? When there are people who are willing to backstab, as seems to be the nature of our kind? You will find yourself moving from one city to another, and not for the same reasons
There's
We have to
always...
keep moving because of the immigration services.
There's always backstabs. There's always snakes in the pit. But Baltimore is fucked. Baltimore is going to be the next Paris, the next London. The Second Inquisition is all over town. Horwood thinks he's fighting back and all he's doing is spurring them onward. They don't have an end. They have a budget. They have a government backing them up. If you kill one, they send 5. If you kill those 5, they send a platoon. If you manage to take out an entire platoon, they declare a state of emergency and there's martial law.
Well, you see, there is a government shutdown happening right now.
No, it's over.
But we're a few weeks back in game time.
Oh, we're like a few months back in Cape Town.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm just messing around, but... That is exactly why we need the Inquisition to think we are gone, to think we are dead. If that means throwing the Camarilla to them while we make them think we have disappeared, then so be it. But the fact of the matter is the Inquisition is not going away unless they think we are gone. And that is exactly what I propose we do.
I'm listening.
I am trying to find whoever is willing to go along with this plan, to join me. I am not to lead them. There are others who are better than that. Perhaps yourself, if you think you have what it takes. But the fact of the matter is, as long as we keep throwing ourselves at the Inquisition, they will burn us alive as they attempted to do to me. The only way to get rid of them is to make them think that we are gone.
Yeah, that's great. I'm standing here and you still haven't told me what you want us to do exactly.
It's simple. We make them think that we are desperate. We make it look like we are throwing everything we have at them. And then, we make it look like we lose. We disappear. However, there are some who do not like going and disappearing for a while. Right now, we are currently on the track of those who are hunting a little too voraciously, and trying to find those who are against the current way that Horwood is running things. We need to make a false final stand, a grand show.
Alright? Let's say I'm game. Let's say I'm willing to do this just for one final fuck you before we blow town. What do you want us to do? I've got 6 anarchs under my sway. That prick Julius might have 5. Unless maybe he still is harboring Sabbat. Hell, he might have the biggest damn army in town.
Would the Sabbat be fine with throwing the Camarilla under the bus?
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty Sabbat thing to do. So, we just get more contact. Speaking of Sabbat, well, I guess I'll save that for after we're done with it.
Okay. Are you gonna run a Sabbat Chronicle, Xavier?
Oh, fuck no. Where am I gonna run it? What is? Fucking St. Johannesburg?
I would say we gather what we can. We perhaps lead them to where the unjust government is harboring themselves. And then we make it seem like we disappear, and we get rid of those who aren't willing to.
Bless you.
Thank you.
There's one hole in your plan.
I'm sure there are several. Horwood
doesn't have one communal haven for all the gangrel. From what we can tell, there's at least 5 or 6. We don't know where they are.
Then perhaps you know those, or have contact with one who could tell us. Perhaps the Nosferatu.
Did our ship, was it combat capable?
Oh, I forgot we had a ship.
I think we decided no, and that's the only reason it's still floating in the fucking harbor.
What do we put into it?
Everything. I don't remember. I don't actually have the sheet on me.
We have a hidden armory, a postern, and a security system on it.
Oh shit! So can we ring out like a mortar? Like, we'll find them.
One shot at a time.
Perhaps if we knew what the Nosferatu wanted, we could perhaps work with them. I doubt they want the Inquisition raiding their hideouts any more than the rest of us do. Perhaps they are smart enough to know that Horwood's plan cannot maintain itself.
Do you say that out loud? I assume you do, since it was in character voice.
Yes.
At this point, April kind of chuckles a little bit. Yeah, it's a big mystery what most of the Nosferatu want. Look, it's not that hard. The Nosferatu just want respect. They want to be treated like everybody else. You understand? The Ventru, the Toreador, the Tremere, they sit on their big plastic golden throne, and they treat everybody else like shit until they're needed. And that's the lot of the Nosferatu in this city. They are shunned, and they scrape, and they keep out of sight, and then when somebody deigns to use and abuse their talents, that's when they decide to treat them like people, until they're no longer useful.
Quick aside, what the fuck is Annabelle thinking right now?
It's like, oh shit, I just got myself engaged in domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
Like, well, I can't leave really without, like...
I'm in too deep. I'm an accomplice now.
Yeah. I can't post in my blog.
Oh, do it. Be like fucking, be like Triple X.
You're just like, oh, I probably shouldn't be live streaming this.
Gangrel aren't afraid of a little dirt. We're not afraid to get down in the dark places where they don't hold soirees. And because of that, we can treat Nosferatu like actual equals. And that's why they work with Horwood. The Warren Queen doesn't care about Horwood politically any more than anybody else. But for the last several years, Mr. I've been here for 2 weeks, she's been trying to get her clan better treatment. And nobody's done that until Horwood came along. If you can guarantee her a decent spot at the table, she might actually be able to work with us. She might pledge Anarch. And that is a hell of an idea.
Because we're in Baltimore.
Yeah, Nines is way the hell on the other side of the country right now, David.
Allegedly. We're not there yet.
Oh boy, but when we do our time skip for our Anarch Chronicle in LA.
Right, yeah. Right now, LA is this nebulous thing. We don't know who's in control. We don't know what's going on there.
That is until Mark Zantz becomes Prince of LA.
Prince or Baron or...
He doesn't care.
Regent.
Whatever the fuck the Sabbat call their leaders.
Bishop.
Archbishop.
Archbishop.
And yes, Daestra, that is absolutely a Black Dahlia murder poster. I believe that's when I saw them with Cannabis Corpse.
Cannabis?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure I heard that right.
They are a death metal stoner band.
Bro!
I think I've seen him live 3 times. Anyways, yeah.
No.
So, you wouldn't happen to know where we could make a deal with this Nosferatu queen, would you?
You'd need a Nosferatu that's still in her good graces, and that unfortunately means a Nosferatu that's still in good graces with the cam. I, unfortunately, am clearly shit out of luck in that regard.
Kalishnikov?
I'll go flush the Tetris theme.
Very well then. So let's say we can all get what we want. You get a city full of the respect the Anarchs deserve. With a Anarch-controlled city, we will decide on a Baron later. The Nosferatu get a place of respect, and we get to go back to existing. Without the threat of the Inquisition constantly looming over us. If that, do you think you could put aside your squabble with this Mr. Julius? If only for a moment. And perhaps if you wish, you can take him out afterwards, if he has truly betrayed you in the way you say.
That is a pretty good one. Give me persuasion, empathy?
Do you mean charisma?
Probably.
Charisma persuasion.
I have that. I have 2 successes. I'm going to spend a willpower to re-roll the other 2.
Sure.
For a total of 4 successes.
4 successes. She sort of contemplates for a second. Look, Julius didn't just harm me, he harmed the entire movement. Now, I can't speak for anybody here, I can't order them, I can't make them do anything.
And I wouldn't ask you to.
And she'll raise her voice a little bit to make sure they hear her. I'm willing to do what I need to for the betterment of this domain, for the kindred of this domain, and for the chance at a new free state. However, if Julius stands a little too close to a fire, don't expect me to pull him out.
That is all I can ask. And I turn to the rest of the people, the rest of her coterie. I do not expect you to listen to some command from a stranger. However, I point to April, I'm like, I know this is a woman you trust. And I know that you trust her. And all that I ask is that if you trust her and she trusts me, that you at least give me the benefit of the doubt.
At this point,
Believe in the me that believes in you.
there's a couple more curtains that part. There's a couple doors that squeak open from the makeshift rooms. You see Claire, the artist, from the locket. You see a couple faces that you haven't been introduced to yet. They poke their heads out, they eye you warily, they look from April back to you. And they just contemplate for a bit. Beckett's Jihad Diary is super good. It's actually probably my favorite vampire source book.
And I'm glad you had a good time seeing the Black Dahlia murder, Daestra. I think they're a good live band. But as we're about to leave their haven, I'm like, I just ask one thing. If this becomes an anarch free state, we don't have to put Latino stuff on everything. We don't have to be like that anymore.
You're Asian!
I mean, I just thought it was pretty, but okay.
Cultural appropriation.
I understand. It looks nice too. But it's just that I feel like there's almost some sort of God watching us from above. Perhaps writing us in the book.
Why is the piñata on the ceiling?
Everyone here was taking siesta.
I want to make it clear I'm not making fun of my storyteller. I'm making fun of White Wolf.
I know. You guys make fun of me anyway, it's cool.
Well, I'm ready to exit the building with my coterie.
Why was I looking for April? Because she might know who their fucking...
Her sire.
Hitman is?
Yeah, she might, or her sire, Donovan.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of my coterie, see if they have anything to say.
Ah.
I seek Donovan.
I don't give Donovan's whereabouts to just anybody. What do you want?
No, Donovan.
Give him hot dog.
Info on killer.
Which killer?
That is why I need info.
Maybe I can help you if you help me.
Ah, the Kalishnikov side quest.
Camarilla Hitman.
Camarilla Hitman, you think Donovan would know about this?
Duh.
Why him? If the Cam has hired a Banu Hakim, it's not going to get back to Donovan. He's been independent for years.
The fuck is Habano Hakim?
The
Assamite.
Assamites, but we're PC, so... Unless they are Assamites. But we don't want to assume that. It's like assuming all the Bruja are Hispanic.
The in-universe explanation for it is the Assamites are what the rest of vampires call them. The Banu Hakim, the children of Hakim, is what they call themselves.
Wait, so why would they call them Banu Hakim?
They probably don't.
Like, we call ourselves this, like, yeah, but this kind of just stuck.
Kind of like how we call Germany Deutschland.
No,
I mean, how we call Germany Germany.
Yeah.
They call themselves.
We don't give a shit about what you're called.
Or Japan calls itself Nippon.
It's
but
Japan.
it does translate it, yeah, but
It's
yeah.
Anyway, why did I know that again?
Do we call Texas the greatest?
Know what?
Why Donovan might know that? Who told me?
Because he's a gangrel.
That's racist.
All right. I'm gonna help you out a little bit here. There's I made the trail of information deliberately obtuse, and I think it's getting a bit tangled. So, April will tell you for free. Look, if there's Gangrel in charge of the Camarilla, they're not hiring an assassin. That's the thing. That's blue blood fucking mentality. Gangrel don't do this. We don't build these huge fucking empires and sit on our thrones. We're loners. We're wanderers. If we want something done, we do it ourselves. The Gangrel don't have an assassin. If they put a hit on somebody, that means it's open season for the first motherfucker to get their fangs in.
So
Then what was I trying to figure out this whole time?
Who the Gangrel would have hired as a hitman, or who the Gangrel would have appointed as a hitman to kill the Tremere Primogen. However, the Tremere
Well, they-
himself,
Don't.
well, they would have gone on the Gangrel.
unreliable narrator, the Tremere was under the impression they would have hired an assassin, because he doesn't know how Gangrel tick. The Gangrel know better. He himself had a misconception. That was the twist.
Ah.
That's why I said I think the lines of information got tangled somewhere along.
I mean, that happens when we spread this across like 6 months.
It's been a while.
All right.
Does anybody else need to say anything before we leave this quest area?
Gather your party and leave area. I'll
Oh,
pull a wiggle off to the
Event
side.
time.
I'll say, Wiggle. As much as I'm all for fighting for a just cause, wink, wink.
Chronicle tending to wink, wink.
Oh, I thought you were shouting out to Just Cause.
Oh, Rico Rodriguez, my favorite Mediterranean.
Bruja?
He's a Bruja. Boy, he's got a flight.
Yeah. Bruja Gargoyle?
I kind of have responsibilities and kid. So what kind of trouble will we be getting?
But the problem is we need to get out of trouble. And so the whole point of this is not to throw ourselves out into the sun, but to expose and put those who are constantly putting us there.
Bueno.
I understand you have your nephew. He will come to my match. There will be a match. El Fuego will live. Because the kindred of the city will live. Are we outside of the building now?
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
Alright.
The floor is yours.
Say, who here knows how to get in contact with the Nosferatu of this city?
Do I know how to get into contact with him? I know I don't like him.
Yeah, probably not.
Yes, Kalishnikov. Do you have a means of contacting the Nosferatu?
I'll hand you a sheet music.
Go to public restroom.
I understand. You do not wish to embarrass yourself. Performing in front of people is a big task. It takes some building up to. I would know. Let us go to a public restroom where you can sing your Nosferatu summoning song.
No sing.
Perform.
Dance music notes.
No sing, only toilet.
We're making our way to a bathroom.
Use running of water.
So you guys wanna go to the same McDonald's off the interstate?
That's where we have to go.
Well, I'm gonna go try to contact the Chamir.
Okay, so he did give you his business card that you could use as a way to contact him if you wanted.
Yeah.
Is this something you're going to do? So the group is going to separate?
Only temporarily.
Are you telling us where to meet you? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're heading to the McDonald's.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
As Annabella's like, fuck what I get into.
Yeah, I've never been on this.
Terrorism.
This
Like,
is the
hey guys, I gotta get on social media for a little while.
Runs.
Yeah. This is a bad part of town, right, guys?
Is Annabelle just like, man, I hate a man's nuts. What else am I capable of?
Damn.
Amazing being this.
I don't need to be an idol. I can be a Japanese wrestler.
Japanese wrestler? You fucking, like, I want to be the strongest? You can be a wrestler and an idol. I don't know why they made that.
Advertising.
I mean, I guess, but, like, I don't remember. Do they sing and then fight, or then fight and then sing? I imagine you have to sing and then fight, right? Because then you'll be fucking tired.
Yeah.
But you also kind of want to watch the match, and then the closing should be the song.
All right, so we will begin.
What is our anime opening?
For this one?
Something by Baby Metal. So anyway,
I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
We'll go with the three of you. You arrive at the appointed McDonald's at the interstate. You walk into the men's room. Does Annabelle walk into the men's room?
No,
She walks into the restroom with two big Latino men. Everyone knows what's going on.
Still streaming on her phone. So the two of you find yourselves in the men's room with sheet music and no other instructions.
I'm like, do you have any idea what this is supposed to mean?
Who of us can read sheet music?
I said
probably can.
use the rush of water.
You did say use running water, so I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, Fuego's probably just kind of playing with like the
sinks?
with like the taps on the sinks.
Okay. Give me charisma performance at a difficulty 3.
Oh boy.
As you try to play sheet music on a sink.
Or on a sink.
That's our anime opening.
Well, fun fact, Jez.
I think Tom just...
Adam went away.
Adam died.
Yeah.
There he is.
Sorry.
What's the fun fact?
I got 4 successes.
Okay. You managed to play a beautiful rendition of Tetris on the sink.
El Fuego is a natural performer.
And now what happens?
And now we wait.
Yeah, he's probably got like a now we wait.
Annabelle, what are you doing?
I'm just like I guess going to Google like hide my location.
You're going incognito mode.
Yeah, for life. Yeah.
Where are you currently?
I'm just like right outside the restroom, the doors.
You're outside the doors?
Yes.
Alright.
You could have just gone in with us. That would have been less weird.
After a few minutes, you hear the squeaking of a rat as it chitters around your feet, noses up around your ankles, and then skitters back into the darkness near the dumpster alongside the restaurant.
Nuzzles up to you. Notices bulge.
How long have you been playing for GM? You mean how long have I been playing RPGs in general, or just Vampire? Or V5? V5 since launch, Vampire since 2014, about 2015. RPGs, 8 years.
You've technically been playing V5 since pre-alpha.
That's true. That is true. I download that shit day one. What do you do, Annabelle?
Hey, the rats. Okay, I thought it was them.
What now?
Hey,
He thought the rat was happening to us.
Yeah.
No. The rat comes to you.
Like, how cute! Kawaii! So, doing all that.
A kawaii rat too?
Yeah. It's all dirty and granky, but...
Do you try to pick it up and pet it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fucking gross.
I'm gonna need a dexterity athletics roll from you, Annabelle.
I'm gonna die. Just kidding.
Oh,
That'd be a hell of a way to go.
messy crit.
Grabs the rat, pets it.
Was dexterity athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have that.
Well, I got 3. Yeah. But I have, yeah.
You and I are equally athletic for very different reasons.
Well, for me, that performance, like for my dancer is performance. So, yeah.
3 successes. I hear you, David. The only time I've ever actually played Vampire is when I've LARPed it. Otherwise, I'm the ST the whole time. What now?
I got no successes.
None?
Yeah,
Okay, so you follow behind the rat and you're trying to chase it, and it runs and it flits and it zigs and it zags and it leaps back into the pile of trash. And
Follow it at him.
as you reach the pile of trash, it is suddenly very apparent to you that you're being watched. And you look up, and this pair of glowing yellow eyes rises up from behind the dumpster. You can see that the face is concealed by some sort of ski mask that is horribly deformed and juts out in odd angles. The eyes squint and glare as it reaches for something on its back. What the fuck is this? Where's Kay?
He went off somewhere. That's a cool cosplay, by the way.
He pulls a fire axe from his back. I should have known something was up when he didn't use the toilet. What do you want?
It's not me. It's let me go. Just wait right here.
Bullshit.
It's do you want to follow me?
Follow this girl into the McDonald's and go into the bathroom.
I ain't going nowhere. What the hell do you want?
He actually doesn't know.
I just zoned out. I'm like, I was just on my phone.
Something about domestic terrorism.
Adam, I will point out to you that that Annabelle is in some real danger right now.
You know, yeah.
Will Adam get another one of his characters killed?
Oh man, I'm gonna be indirectly.
Adam, I don't have extra vampires for you.
This is my changing character. It's fine. Well, what I wanted was to pit the rat, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Can I
suck your dick?
We wanted to know where, if we could get in contact with more of your kind.
And who the fuck is we, pray tell?
Fuego the wrestler and some other
Fuego.
At this point, we're going to go back to Tom. So, Tom, where exactly do you go to contact the Tremere?
Probably some motel.
All right. You throw the guy a 20, he gives you keys into a shitty little room that probably hasn't been cleaned since sometime in the 70s.
Oh, it still has some bloodstains in there.
Oh, most assuredly.
But it has character.
You draw the card from your pocket, and all it takes is the sincere desire for contact before this blue flame limes the edge of the card itself and erupts. You don't feel any heat. You don't feel any danger. It doesn't rouse the beast or the rot shrek at all. But from the flames, you can hear a voice. The voice of Jonathan Osborne. Mr. Kalishnikov, pleasure to hear from you. It's been a few nights. How do you fare?
Your summoning method is pretty gay.
Magic does...
I did not say that.
Oh.
But, like, you need sincerity to find me.
Only those with a true heart.
Your info is faulty.
Excellent. This is why we hired you for the job. Please tell us where we went wrong.
Gangrel do not hire outside clan.
Oh? So who in their clan would they appoint as an assassin?
Anyone. Anyone and everyone.
I see. Primogen Stolz might be in greater danger than we anticipated. And
must
what
be eradicated.
What of the second mission that we hired you for, Mr. Kalishnikov? Did you find out about the connection between the Nosferatu and the Gangrel?
Duh.
I'm listening.
What was the question again? Well, like the connection is and why they're still following him?
Yeah, why are they working together?
Nosferatu feel respect.
Respect? Really?
I didn't know they had feelings.
That honestly had never occurred to me.
Those ugly things want to be treated like people. The nerve.
My.
Very well, Mr. Kalishnikov. You have doubtless exceeded our expectations and completed everything we've asked of you. I do believe a major boon was agreed upon as your payment.
Duh.
What is it the pyramid can do for you?
Get me out of city, shit.
This place sucks. The location of the gangrel hideouts.
No, Josh, what is your plan exactly?
My plan was basically to make it look like the kindred of the city were having an all-out attack against the Inquisition, and then make it look like we all die. And if that means throwing the shitty Camarilla under the bus, so be it. So hence why we were trying to find out where all the gangrel are hiding out, considering they are the current Camarilla government.
No news on Werewolf 5th Ed yet. Now, again, so that is the only thing I can say for certain. No news whatsoever. What I do know, however, is that Onyx Path did say, and I forget exactly where it was. I want to say it was in a Monday meeting notes. It might have been in an Onyx Path news. I consume a lot of media, and I apologize. I try to cite my sources. This time I don't exactly know where I heard it, but I know it was some official channel. Onyx Path said they had several projects at White Wolf for approval currently. They have so far announced one, which is Cults of the Blood Gods. One is not several, which makes me think that they are cooking up a couple things behind the scenes that they're not talking about, and I would not be surprised if Werewolf was among them. I can't say for certain that it is. Whether it is or not is complete conjecture. However, I've been pretty good at guessing this stuff.
Would that mean Onyx Path is doing werewolf? No.
Very well might. I don't know. Anyway, back to you guys.
Well,
Make it fun? No.
Shots fired.
No. I'm just ribbing. No.
hey, this is fun for some people.
I still don't know why it's not fun for you guys. I fucking love V5.
I don't hate it.
Yes.
Xavier, I'm gonna lay my cards on the table. I truly believe that the only reason you don't like V5 is because you can't cheese combat as much as you can in V20.
I mean, the only reason?
I think it's the strong reason.
That definitely is not a non-factor. It's a few things.
I know Tom doesn't like messy criticals. So, the goal for our group is, I like V5. I like V5 a lot. Josh, as he said, he doesn't hate it. I think Adam is pretty neutral on any RPG. Xavier and Tom tend to prefer the old system. So, what we're probably going to do in the future is we're gonna still use the V5 books, but we're going to run the new meta plot, and we're going to use lore sheets, and we're going to use some of the new V5 stuff in V20. So we can play the system that more of my players enjoy, because as much as I love V5, and I do think V5 is significantly better than V20, dragging my players through something they don't enjoy because I enjoy it, that's called sadism, and I
Well, that's what
don't
you
really
do.
want to do it.
That's what he does with his girlfriend. That's what she's there for.
Yeah, but she likes it.
Anyway, yes, that is my plan, Tom. If you were able to hear it, I know you're having a bit of a spotty connection right now.
Yeah, I got the gist.
Yeah, you're right, Daestra. I forget the Hentai Literature Club is a thing.
And how long? Well, okay. In the near future, I need the news media. I need manipulation.
This is certainly
the
within
boom.
our wheelhouse. What sort of manipulation are you asking for a story to be fabricated? Are you asking for a masquerade cover-up?
Perhaps both.
Very well. Keep the
Man,
card.
these guys are thinking like, all right, he's probably just gonna off someone in broad daylight. Nah,
Government takeover.
The
we're
entire
overthrowing the government. What?
Are we gonna run werewolf in the future? We're gonna run darky.
eventually.
We're gonna brew up for that one. Literally, we're all gonna be brothers.
Well,
Okay, well, Adam is still undecided.
Werewolf Dark Ages is the next chronicle that I'm going to run after we finish this.
Adam, you're gonna be dressed like a girl. We want you to know that right now.
so the possible trap.
Yeah, you want
Or I
to
should
be-
say the next chronicle I'm going to start. We currently have Scion going. That's not going to stop. That's going to continue. But yeah, the next chronicle I start is going to be Werewolf Dark Ages. Very well, Mr. Kalishnikov. Keep the card. When you have need to call in your favor, it shall be done.
Only your truest dreams can summon me.
Just to be clear on V5 meta plot, the Tremere actually now have an official Anarch faction, right?
Yes. So the pyramid, what happened was the Second Inquisition basically drone striked Vienna. The 7 are dead. The big main 7
All 7
council
of them?
7. Yep, they're fucked. At least
Oh.
as far as we understand. Now it is entirely they could just be laying low or something. But what's important is that the Tremere blood bond, that thing that they've been using to keep each other in line and form this tight-knit hierarchy, is completely broken. The Tremere actually have the exact opposite weakness that they used to have. They can't blood bond anybody. And as a result of that, the pyramid fractured. There's House Tremere, which is your standard mainline traditionalists. You have House Goratrix, which is the Tremere anti-tribu, and you have House Karna, which is kind of House Feminist. They're kind of cool, but they're not as dickish as your regular Tremere. And then it's not technically a house, but there is a subfaction of Anarch Tremere called the Ipsissimus Tremere, which the Anarch book doesn't say terribly much about them, but from what I can understand, it appears to be Tremere that follow the teachings of Aleister Crowley, and they are 100% Anarch.
And we don't know what... Oh, we can assume this was... The guy he's talking to is House Tremere.
Yes, he is a traditionalist. That is like 500 AD when the White Howlers are still around. Ours is going to be set in, I think, 1197. So there's Black Spiral Dancers for sure.
It's gonna end with our werewolves getting killed by our inquisitors.
One day we'll have an entire timeline spanning of human history. We'll be everything.
All influenced by our World of Darkness characters.
Just like, whoa, I don't even know what the fuck we would play in like classical Greece.
I really wanted us to play Vampire then, because I think we talked about it, right? Like how
Yeah,
cool it'd be to go from...
I haven't mentioned this to the people yet, but yes, that I still want that to happen, and it's still going to happen, and I've been actively planning it. But
Okay, I will say no more.
Now, what a changeling before the shattering, thundering. Fuck, I don't know what. All right, moving on.
Yeah, we are ready to continue.
floor is yours. So you, Xavier and Josh, are standing in a McDonald's bathroom. And what do you want to do? So far, you're kind of waiting around.
About how long have we been waiting?
Say about 5 minutes.
Fuego's gonna step outside to see if Kalishnikov is here yet.
I'll wait in the bathroom in case anything happens.
All right, as you step outside, you hear... Annabelle, what do you say?
Well, I'm like,
Just let me pet the kawaii rat and everything's gonna be cool.
everything will be dashed over.
Everything will be sugoi.
That would be kind of funny if you're like, don't make me hurt you, man.
I've been balls off.
Oh,
Balls
man,
off.
Adam, please make that decision right now.
Do it and threaten him with your ability to rip his balls off with your mouth.
But then Kalishnikov won't have a toilet buddy no more.
I mean, he still will.
Wait.
You're just gonna bite his balls off.
Adam, do you think you're gonna win that exchange?
I don't
So
know.
you become a toilet buddy.
You're gonna go for the balls, but then he's gonna be like, fool, I'm a Nosferatu, they're not there anymore.
I'm a Bolchanian.
Like,
He's a Baltinian.
Nutty.
Pulls his ski mask up and they're just dangling.
Just a Picasso painting with a dick coming out of his forehead or something. Oh man.
Man, I've seen some people that look like real life Picasso paintings.
Unfortunate.
What does Annabelle say?
Like,
Make a bad decision, Adam. Come on, do it.
well, if it was going to attack him, though, I would just use dominate, compel, but
Dominate,
Adam.
pull down
Do
your
it.
pants.
no.
Come on, Adam. Have fun.
You want to just wait right here for like one more second? I'll go fetch my friends real quick. It'll be a jiffy.
And that is exactly what you hear Annabelle say from basically around the corner.
Do not worry, for I am here. El Fuego.
Hey, oh my!
As you step around the corner, you can see Annabelle apparently being threatened by a average build, effectively silhouette that appears to be wielding some kind of large fire axe.
Nebel, what did you do to upset this man?
I love that. I love that. This little girl is being threatened by a guy with an axe. What did you do? This is clearly your fault. Real Canton! Boom.
I just see some little rat buddy. Oh, is it?
You will have to excuse my coterie member. She is useless.
I'm the aqua.
You're fucking Aqua. Wait, I don't like that.
Does that mean I can get a straight answer out of you then?
Yes. What was your question?
Who the fuck are you?
I have told you. I am El Fuego, that is Annabelle, and we are part of Kalishnikov's coterie. He gave me this sheet music and told me to use running water.
So you're
And
the
he
one that
also
played
said-
the sync.
See, he should be here momentarily. He said he had to take a piss.
He'll straighten up, stash the axe on his back. Listen, Kalishnikov already owes me a boon, but I'm listening.
Well, Annabelle can owe you a boon then. Perhaps she can give you a private cam show. I don't know what she does.
Ah. They don't
I
feel
heard she
man.
does this thing called compensated dating.
So that's a major boon right there.
But first I have a question. Is the mask to hide who you are, or is it who you are? You see, I do wear a mask.
I'm a Nosferatu. I wear this because a lot of people don't really like what that entails. I guess it's to hide other people from me.
Another function of a mask I had not thought of. You learn something new every day. Well, you see, we ask a very important question of you. We wish to have an audience with the Queen of your Warren. It has to do with respect. and you, Nosferatu, receiving the respect you deserve.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Tell me what it means to me.
I might be able to arrange something. Why the sudden interest?
You see, well, we think that the gangrel are simply using you. We think that you deserve better.
Not surprising. The Queen doesn't exactly like Horwood either, but so far he's been the best option. And you think you've got a better one?
What if you were the best option?
Queen's not going to go for Prince, buddy. Unfortunately, as much as we'd like to think, nobody's really going to follow the indignity of bending to the Nosferatu. Not that it hasn't happened in the past, but probably ain't going to happen here. If I could play a vampire, what clan would I play as? It depends entirely on the Chronicle. Depends on what the GM wants to run, depends on the time period. I'd probably have a good idea for just about any number of clans. Good night, Ani.
Good night. But the first time he did, it was a Semisi.
I've never played as a Misi. I was a Vol'jir Toreador.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And that was a terrible idea. And then I was a Gangrel.
Times have changed, and I understand that for now the Gangrel are your best option, but I'm not asking that you all take the crown either. But this is a time of shadows. This is a time of secrecy. This is a time where, as much as we wish to expose ourselves into the light of the full moon, the Inquisition bears down on us. I am not threatening you when I say this, but it is only a matter of time before they find even the deepest, darkest shadows where you choose to lie.
Yeah, you're not kidding. All right. I can get you a meeting, but I can't promise anything.
I do not expect promises, but if you would wait a moment, my friend Kalishnikov should be here soon.
And if you've got a better system, I won't even call it a boon. All right, Kay better get here soon, though. I got stuff to do.
Secret Nosferatu stuff. No, I gotta feed my rats.
Kalishnikov, what do you do after speaking with Osborne via calling card? Quite literally.
Well, the funny thing is, if I just don't show up...
If you don't show up, we'll have to assume the worst.
He went back to Russia.
The Inquisition.
He's dead.
The other guys are welcome to run a game whenever they want. I'm not going to twist their arm, but if somebody wants to run, by all means.
You know, Tom, we were actually talking about this earlier.
I am actually currently running Inquisition for the group.
Not on stream, though. That's a home game.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I thought he was assuming that because you said you've never been a World of Darkness player.
Oh, no, I've never been a vampire player.
Yeah. It's not that you said that. I thought he might assume that.
Right.
I don't know what you mean by abuse.
Tom and I were discussing his...
So I'm going back to the... I guess I'll go to the meeting place.
Okay. You gonna head back to the McDonald's?
I guess, yeah.
All right. So after a while, how does Kalishnikov get there?
Did catch that.
Did the audio cut out for me?
How does Kalishnikov get to the meeting place?
Walking.
Okay. So eventually you hear the crunch of footsteps. Maybe 10-15 minutes pass by. You guys are just shooting the shit with the Nosferatu.
Walks in Russian.
So you're just like Slav squatting? You're just Cossack dancing your way there?
In your Adidas tracksuit?
After I talk to the Nosferatu, I'll probably go get, Raphael.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's right. It's on the Russian. You're just like...
So you leave me with this guy?
This is how Annabelle gets raped.
Is Raphael just in the bathroom like, it's been a while since I've had to use
I wonder if I can still do it again. I wonder if I can still do it.
Does Raphael assume the worst?
All right, Kalishnikov, you arrive, and right now you only see Annabelle talking to your friend Isaac Thorne. Yeah, so I used to just usually get it from Hentai Haven, but ever since Faku took it over, I just don't trust it anymore.
I refuse to believe the Nosferatu doesn't have his own private server or HD deck hard drive thing full of it.
No, see, you would think that, except
Camarilla
there's
doesn't
a
use technology
Nosferatu.
much anymore.
There's a Nosferatu actually running Hentai Haven.
Actually, you know what? Both of those are significant possibilities.
Where the fuck did I put my fucking phone? Oh, there it is.
Absolutely what you said, Panda, Daestra. See, that's what I was thinking what the real content said. One of those 8-slot NAS boxes with 8 terabytes in each one of them.
All right, Kalishnikov, you approach.
Well, that's so different, you and I.
Well, that's not...
Oh, Mr. K.
That's cool, I guess.
It's not cool, it's kawaii.
Do you comment like, ah, yes, we Russians do like the hentai?
What did they like?
Huh?
What did they like?
You mean like tag-wise?
Yeah, what was their number one favorite tag?
I don't remember. I just remember Russia also looks at a lot of hentai.
I remember Japan's was Japan. Japanese wife. Japanese everything. Fucking buses.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
ShrekNet did get rumbled. That's they don't use that anymore. At this point,
Now, what about HunterNet?
we don't know. So the only official word on hunters in the V5 metaplot is that the Second Inquisition will actually hire them. Occasionally, they will actually hire hunter circles to do like street level work for them.
How do they cope with the fact they're like, holy shit, these guys have real superpowers?
I mean,
They
you say that,
vampires.
but it's just like, oh, these guys are chosen by fucking the last angels on Earth to fight off the evil. Yeah, but see, our fire weapons do the same thing, so what are they for?
You also have to understand that they work with the Society of St. Leopold, recanonized now, and the Society of St. Leopold has always had access to theurgy, so they technically have holy magic too.
I just love the idea of some government agent who's like, I've been trying my life to do this kind of work, and some guy's like, yeah, I just got powers from out of
I used to flip burgers, man, and all of a sudden I can shoot fire.
Yeah, I was flipping burgers one day and I just started hearing voices, and my buddy manning the grill was a Nosferatu.
I mean, he was still cool, but like, I had to kill him.
The voices in my head told me to.
And then I got superpowers.
At this point, El Fuego and Raphael are exiting the McDonald's.
Ah, I see you have arrived. We shall try to have our meeting.
Kalishnikov, I don't exactly appreciate you sharing my contact information with others.
I'll have to change the song. It's gonna be Bloody Tears next.
Oh my god, on a toilet?
That's
What the hell?
hell of a bitch.
do.
And as
Just
you
running
exit
from
Xavier,
Mm-hmm.
he turns slowly. You're part of this?
Who else?
I didn't know you worked with him.
Raphael?
He's harmless.
Just necklace of scrotums.
Just testicle necklace.
Pair of earrings.
I'm like, God, did he hit on your girlfriend? He does that a lot. If I'm being honest, I've helped him a few times.
I told you before, there's some things that you really just don't want to know.
Right now, I'm not here.
Alright. Like I said, I can get you guys a meeting, but it's not going to be pretty in more ways than one, so I hope you've got a strong constitution.
You see, I cannot have a strong constitution because that is a completely different game system. If you are asking about my stamina, it is pretty good.
But you're also dying.
Well, he'll sort of go behind the McDonald's, move aside a manhole cover. You coming or what?
Once more into the breach.
Mr. K, you got a gas mask?
We don't breathe.
Can I borrow it?
It is
No.
for fashion purpose.
Yeah. I don't want the smell to get in my pores.
So you're gonna wear a gas mask.
Just hotbox your pores. Sweat.
You don't want the odor to get on you, so you're gonna wear a gas mask.
I only have one intelligence. What do you expect? My character, not me. I probably have like 3 here too.
Did I make this character?
No,
No.
you did not.
Okay, I was just like, I don't think I made you that dumb.
I made me that now.
Easy role playing. Like, what's the worst thing I can do? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I've survived the Chronicle so far.
I know, right? Shit.
I'm doing something right.
David Parker, unfortunately, I still haven't gotten a chance to watch it, man. My time schedule is constantly fucked. Between this, working a full-time job, and trying to get a writing project off the ground, and having some semblance of a life, I have time for, like, nothing. You can ask Yusuf. I'm still trying to find time to read his write-up for his Chronicle that I think he just recently finished. So, my bad, G, but I haven't forgotten. It's still on my desktop. Alright. Do you follow Isaac Thorne into the darkness?
No Fuego's jumping in.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm in too deep now.
I guess
I
I'll
mean-
become a domestic terrorist.
Yeah, as Annabelle, you can back out at any point.
You just have to come right back in with a different character.
But if I leave, I don't
You
have-
could just move to Chicago right now, and Did I just make another fucking hole in my pants? God damn it.
Ah.
Isaac Thorne leads you into the darkness. The stinking, humid sewer tunnels seem to stretch on for miles, and you're not entirely certain how far you've come. The path that he leads you on seems to switch back and double back, twist and turn. 3 lefts and 4 rights. Much this way, past tunnel after tunnel, it looks exactly the same, but he seems to know exactly where he's going. Eventually, you come to an access tunnel that looks much the same as all the others, but if you were to squint in the darkness, there's just a scratch over one of the lights that looks terribly deliberate. Perhaps a glyph of some kind. Isaac turns to you and says, "Wait here. Trust me, don't go too far." And you will
Vasil.
slip into the access tunnel. Vasil! You awesome dude, good morning.
You missed nuts.
But why wait?
This is the Vasil.
My favorite.
I will tell him, do not worry, we will not go far. I have played this level of bloodlines. I do not wish to get killed by the little things running on the little legs.
The babies?
These
You eat
meat
babies.
abominations.
What do you do as you are left to your own devices in the darkness?
Probably practicing what I'm going to say to the queen.
I'm gonna hope she's not hot.
Raphael Rosales. That's how we get our alliance.
Just like, man, if she's hot, this is gonna be difficult.
No, it'll be easy for you.
Farewell, Daestra.
Daestra, you are awesome. Thanks for joining us. We always appreciate having you, buddy.
Goodbye.
20 minutes pass, slipping by one after the other, like a thick spat of slime in the storm drain, slowly. Eventually, the complete silence is broken by movement from the storm drain from which Isaac came. And looking from one to the next, Isaac nods, motions with his head, and disappears down the storm drain once more.
I guess I'm following in. Be funny, he's like, you have to give a secret to the Nosferatu first. Give us your tags. Well, I'm following in.
I will also follow.
Yeah, I suppose I'm getting lost if I don't.
None of us can see in the dark.
Yeah.
You might get killed by a Nagaraja.
Oh shit, that's right.
Was that what attacked the group last time in our LA
Yes.
Chronicle?
Yes, Nagaraja.
You see Isaac make his way further down the access tunnel, and he pushes aside what looks like a metal grate that is actually on a hinge. Disappears beyond. As the four of you follow, you also push open the hinged grate. Isaac himself is nowhere to be found. You seem to be in some sort of relatively well-appointed living room if it wasn't a sewer chamber. There's all sorts of plush chairs and sofas and sitting areas, ottomans, moth-eaten, damp, perhaps growing mold, but reminiscent of a loveliness that they maybe once laid claim to. A trickle of moonlight comes through the grate above your heads, painting the entire scene a lustrous silver. And a very nice oak, warped, waterlogged, but still very nice, oak coffee table sits in the center of the room. A moment passes, a second, a third. A door on the other side of the room opens, and you can see what looks like a somewhat haggard, disheveled homeless woman enters, her head slung low, and she looks about nervously, carrying a very lovely platter with what appears to be teacups and a teapot. She sets it down on the coffee table and leaves. And a moment later, another figure fills the door. It is a woman, and she is covered head to toe. Not a single inch of her seems to be terribly natural. She has this very long, flowing, pink, almost doll-like dress puffed out with a petticoat beneath it. These long white gloves that cover all the way up to where the sleeves of her puffy dress end. A porcelain, expressionless mask covers her face with these black lenses that cover her eyes, and atop her head is this long, flowing blonde wig tied into pigtails. And she bows politely as she enters the room, and will take her seat at the far end of the coffee table, gesturing for the rest of you to sit.
I will also bow, a very flourished Hispanic bow. Before
So there's like castanets and shit?
Yeah, just...
The Japanese bow?
Do you do a Toreador bow, Xavier?
I don't know what the hell a Toreador bow is.
Like the thank you very much, I have killed this bull very well.
Yeah. Very low. And I'll pick. And then, what is a Russian bow?
As far as they gone?
Kasachuk.
Yeah, isn't just the Kashok dance?
I'd imagine just slamming your boots together, giving a salute and bowing.
Please, sit. And she will gingerly lift the teapot, filling each of the cups in turn. Isaac tells me you are of Clan Ventru, Kalishnikov. I apologize if refreshments aren't to your liking, however. We rarely get those of your ilk as visitors. I was told you wished to speak with me.
Who's taking the lead here?
Oh, somebody who has a clear idea of the plan.
Alexia, we wish to have an audience with you.
Whoa.
And an audience you have.
Can you play this far ahead?
She will gingerly lift the teacup to her mouth and drink very deliberately, funneling it through the tiny slit in her porcelain mask.
I will offer to take her hand to give it a kiss.
She will very politely offer her hand, and you can feel that beneath the glove is misshapen, covered in warts and strange growths, and the bones jut out in odd, terrible angles.
Damn, she took a lot of flaws.
I will act like I don't notice that.
Like, resolve.
Just like, is your hand supposed to be in two pieces? Which side do I kiss?
Is that the front or the back?
You just start sucking on the fingers.
So
The face Adam should take the lead.
What was it in our Star Wars game, right? Adam is the face.
oh, that's right.
So we just shoot
Never a
first.
good plan.
That's how we became a very combat-orientated group.
You're like a fucking glam rock noble.
No, that was a Star fucking Finder, right?
No, that was Star Wars.
Oh, was it? I don't remember
Yeah.
anything.
That was the one where he was the fucking glam rock bird people.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
That was when your Ewok died.
Now you
Not
walk
your Jawa.
Jawa. I missed that fucker.
Point out like a fucking hero.
Alexia, we wish to speak to you about the current state of affairs, both with the Inquisition bearing down upon us and the current state of our government.
Yes, there are many times that those above would come to me seeking information. And information I can give. Some information won't be cheap, but I suppose I should find out what you wish to say first.
If payment is an issue, I'm afraid I don't have much to give beside my body.
Have you decided that she's hot? She's like, keep the mask on, baby. We'll get through this.
I don't know. Let's find out. What exactly does she look like?
She looks basically like a perfect porcelain doll. But again, you can't see an inch of anything that is actually her. Everything is completely covered. Expensive dress, long gloves, elegant wig.
She's like, I've never done a real doll before.
All right, boys. What are the chances?
She looks like a perfect porcelain antique doll that you would see in some rich fucker's collection somewhere.
I'm gonna give it 60% Xavier, if only because this is the most exotic thing you've ever seen.
Like, is this one of them Japanese?
Oh, so close.
Ooh.
It's just like, there's no skin.
I like the skin.
Yeah, as a Latino man, I'm used to seeing skin everywhere.
Ah.
But if I have to, for the party.
I am a very good actor. No, El Fuego will say, there is times when one should rush headfirst into things and face them head on, but there are times when the curtain on the stage needs to close. And I believe the time for the kindred of the city to hide behind the curtain and wait for the next show, I believe that time has come. I don't think that the way that, what's his name again? Starts with an H.
Horwood?
Horwood. I do not believe the way Horwood is running things is going to allow us to stay in the city much longer with the Inquisition.
If I may speak truthfully, I think Horwood's approach leaves much to be desired, and I've kept no secret of that fact from him. He is a man of principle, and if impetuous, he does believe that what he is doing is right. But if you have a different way, I'm of course willing to listen.
I have spoken of my way before. I am a performer by nature, as you see. I am a wrestler. And there are times where even a wrestler needs to fake a performance in order for the audience to believe what is going on. There needs to be a story. The story is what enraptures people. And right now, we, the kindred of the city, need to tell the Second Inquisition a very good story. And that story is that we are not here anymore, but in order for them to believe we are not here anymore, we have to put up a very good fight. And that
We,
fight,
the kindred of the East.
and that fight is the performance. I believe what needs to happen is we need to make the Inquisition believe that we are leaving the city by being decimated, by throwing everything we have at them, even if that's not what is really happening.
I would
And
say
once
you
they think,
are
go
a
ahead.
man after my own heart, Mr. El Fuego. We of Clan Nosferatu suffer no shame in hiding. Indeed, we are survivors. We do what is necessary to make it to the next night. Our continued existence is a testament to this. After the downfall of our beloved Shreknet to those bastards in the Second Inquisition, all of our most closely guarded secrets and that of our kin, yet here we stand still. Your plan is not something I am opposed to, on the face of it. Please continue.
When do we get to the domestic terrorism?
So, I need to ask you something, if you do not mind my impertinence. But what is it that you get out of the gangrel? Everybody in the city seems to see you as their... Not you personally, but perhaps the Nosferatu in general as lackeys to the gangrel. I understand it is perhaps an issue of respect that they put you in a high position which the clans such as Ventru and Toreador did not do before.
You look like a lady that always wants to be on top.
Do not mistake our arrangement for simple pride, Mr. El Fuego. If the Nosferatu want anything, if I want anything for my children in the Warren, I want them to be treated like people. None of us asked for this. Some of us were indeed quite beautiful before we were turned, and some were only turned because we were beautiful, because some vindictive sire thought us deserving of punishment. We do not live in such dismal surroundings because we choose to. We live here because we must. Because the sight of our very faces inspires such a terror in mortals that there could be a backlash for our entire society. We suffer down here for the good of everyone. We use our skills to better the Camarilla, to better kindred society, and we are thanked for it by being shunned. All I wish is that my children know what it is to be treated as equals. And I don't think that's a terribly selfish or terribly prideful thing to ask for.
I do not think so either. But I have to ask, Does Horwood and his kind truly treat you like people? Or are they simply using you as hound dogs to sniff out what they need?
You wish for me to answer that honestly?
I would.
Yes, he has. Horwood, despite what you might think of him, is not a bad person, as much as any blood-sucking creature of the night can be said to not be a bad person. As I said, he is honorable in his way, and he does what he thinks is right. Whether one agrees with him or not is a different story, and certainly, I don't. But evil is not something I would use to describe him, and he has upheld his end of the bargain for my children and I.
But what would happen if you came into conflict with one another?
What happens when any vampire comes into conflict with another friend?
He has run any opposition out, and as you say, you oppose him in his plan. What happens when you bring an opposition that he does not like?
Horwood has not run the opposition out. That is why the Toreador are still allowed to exist here, even though they remain aloof from the conflict. He has run out the Anarchs because he believes the divided city cannot stand. And the Anarchs, spirited though they may be, do tend to be fractious, even on the best of days. A revolutionary has their revolution, and then, when one is put in charge, they become a facsimile of very much what they overthrew in the first place. It is sad, but it is truth. A society of hungry, desperate predators, I would think, needs rules to bind them, and if one would attempt to put rules, be they baron or prince, the Anarchs think it optional whether or not to follow said rules. And when the Anarchs opt not to follow their rules, their first instinct is destruction. That is why the Anarchs have been run out. Not because they oppose Horwood, but because he believes they would actively weaken the domain against a united enemy.
I'm afraid while that may be true, he has already weakened us by continually throwing us at the foot of the Inquisition.
That is true as well.
What an ass.
And this is why I am open to an alternate means.
Seize the means of production.
Alright guys, well I need some ideas here, because I'm not sure how to quite convince this one. Raphael, use your body.
I have to start taking my clothes off.
You just unbuttoning your shirt. Well, not all Anarchs are bad, are we?
If you need me to, I'll start unbuttoning my shirt.
Well, I'm trying to think of a suitable thing to say to her.
Well, he's thinking just like one after the other.
Just give her the eyes.
Now, she already said she's on board with the plan on paper. You haven't
Yes.
quite explained to her exactly what you want to do.
Yes, well, I suppose at this point she's not going to take kindly to me saying, hey, what if we just sell up the asshole Gangrel?
She might.
She might. That's
Can
true.
you? I mean, if we tag team her, she can't say no, right?
As you just kind of sit on the opposite side of her to me.
Hey, baby, let's make a torta.
Have you ever been to cheese in the quesadilla?
We'll make
My
you all
friend and
good.
My friend and I will be the tortillas.
Why isn't every chronicle I run somebody bangs the Nosferatu?
Don't worry, Charlie. I'll never bring the Nosferatu.
It's the fact that
It's the only way to
They-
get it.
it's like an easy outright. It's like they haven't been touched in a while. They want to be treated nicely like a person.
Fuck him.
Gay.
I will say, what's the name of the Warren Queen?
The Warren Queen.
She doesn't have a name.
That is the nom de plume that she uses in Kindred Society.
Oh, okay.
try asking her for a real name.
Like, Senorita, tell me, do you think Horwood would ever agree to this plan of going underground? Or do you think his nature as a gangrel is just going to have him throwing ourselves at him constantly until there is nothing left?
Survival appeals to the gangrel, I think. It is not his nature as a gangrel that compels him, but his nature as a soldier, and to his credit, he may be the only reason that Kindred Society is still standing tonight. If you could convince him of the plan, it is entirely likely that he may listen. As I said, he is not an unreasonable man. However, if you want them to think they've won, it sounds like you may need a patsy.
And unfortunately, the only patsy I can think of right now is the gangrel. I'm not sure the plan works any other way.
So you would ask me, Mr. El Fuego, to sell out my own prince and his clan for the betterment of the domain?
I'm afraid extreme times require extreme measures.
And who would you have sit on the throne of Praxis in his stead?
Well, as I said, different times require different solutions, and right now I think the solution that the Nosferatu have is the best one.
You're saying you wish for a Nosferatu, Prince?
I think that would be most prudent.
I doubt very much the other clans would agree to follow us. Especially if, well, I suppose if Horwood wasn't terribly liked, and if we could rid the city of the Second Inquisition, then perhaps... Why don't you give me a charisma persuasion?
Oh boy.
Does me having my shirt unbuttoned help?
You get an extra die.
Oh yeah. As he's just kind of like twirling his chest hair.
Kisses in Spanish.
That's 2 successes. I'm going to spend a willpower.
Go for it.
That is now 4 successes. I will roll willpower once again if I have to.
You can only do it once a roll.
Okay.
Yeah, how many successes?
I have 5 dice.
So long as I do not have to put any of my children in harm's way, you may count on the aid of the Nosferatu, Mr. El Fuego.
That is all I could ask.
Alright, so at this point, I will go ahead and call it here.
Okay.
So next session, we should finish this up.
Yay.
Yeah.
But we're doing Scion?
I'm less excited. No.
What now?
Are we doing Scion first? Or
Yes, next stream is going to be Scion Part 2. What'd you say, Josh?
I was going to say, it's not that I'm excited about V5 ending. I'm just really excited about playing Werewolf next.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's going to be 4 XP for everybody. You may vote for who gets the extra. Now, if Mr. David Parker and anyone else who is new in the chat, we have a house rule that I stole from my friend Ted. Everyone gets to cast a vote for which player entertained them the most tonight for any reason. Maybe they told a funny joke, maybe they did something cool in character. Whoever gets the most votes gets an extra XP. So
I gotta give mine to Annabelle for biting that dude's nuts off.
They're still intact. They're just gushers now.
Burst gushers.
Yeah, gushers burst.
Oh my gosh.
I'll give mine to Kalishnikov for
shooting that guy
facilitating
that
things and shooting that one guy in the neck.
I was barely here because my connection is balls awful right now.
Well, you helped with us finding the Nosferatu, and you're doing your Tremere side quest.
Well, Commissioner Top, you have your
thing too, Tom.
you have the Russian internet.
Who are you gonna give your bonus XP to?
I gotta go for El Fuego for just doing things. Doing everything.
Yeah.
I try not to monopolize things.
Wait, you had the whole domestic terrorism part down.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm a Brujan Latino.
Like I was just trying to get financial aid, and now I'm part of this.
That's how they get you.
They promise these things, and what happens?
They shoehorn you in with promises. Again, mine no fuego. Yeah.
Okay, so far Josh is leading unless anybody in chat wants to cast a vote. Vote for Fuego for navigating those really hard social maneuvering. Spent the whole time waiting for the plan to fall apart. And Josh for hitting on the queen. Well, technically Xavier's the one that hit on the queen. But he did
Give it to Josh.
I was the one that physically touched her.
She creamed herself instantly.
I was gonna say, was there like a quiver as El Fuego kissed the hand?
Oh no, she's far too proper for that.
No.
However,
it's been so
tonight
long
she'll
since
be
somebody-
thinking about you.
Alright, so while I wait for any other votes to come in through the chat, real quick social media plug. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, please follow. If you're listening on SoundCloud or iTunes or any one of our other podcast venues, please do whatever the hell they do in that particular direction. There's lots of cool social media down below. Follow us on our Discord so we can talk to you. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm usually hanging out at. If you really like us, we have a Patreon. And if you're only watching us on Twitch or only listening to the podcast, you're only getting half caffeinated. We have lots of edited stuff like the How Not Tos and the RPG Imaginarium that only appear on YouTube. Well, the Imaginarium is a podcast too, but you get what I'm meaning.
If anything, you're drinking decaf.
Alright, I haven't seen any other votes come in, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. Josh, you get 5 XP tonight.
Yay.
Anybody want to spend anything?
Not immediately.
Nope.
I will tell you before the next session if I do.
No problem.
About going to V20. Are we blacklisting or redlisting Madam Gill?
I've been thinking about exactly what to do, and in order to bring it in line with Metaplot, we might have to.
I mean, I'm fine with that. But you know, here's the thing.
Where's your XP go?
Gabriel's allegiance is to her, not necessarily the Camarilla.
Right.
So where would that put him? Where would that put him as an Archon to her?
So, there's 2 ways we can go about this, and I was going to sit down and talk to you about this before we restart, because one of the things we're going to be doing for everybody is we're going to, if you guys watched our Chronicle Jumpstarts that we did for high-level games, and we showed you the Chicago Coterie, we are going to resume playing with the Chicago Coterie using the new Chicago by Night, published by Onyx Path, and we're going to do it in V20, and I've already cleared this with Dawkins and everything. He's cool with it. I appreciate it, David. Thank you. So I need to sit down and talk to you exactly what you want to do with Gabriel. You can either promote him to an Archon, in which case you'd probably play Lee, or we can, I guess, play through him becoming an Archon. in which case your allegiance is still to Madame Giel. Madame Giel's probably completely off the radar. Nobody really knows exactly what her allegiance is at the moment. So she's probably sort of an enigma. Gabriel himself probably wouldn't have... He's probably having a little bit of a bad time in the Camarilla right now, since his close connection to Madame Giel might cast some aspersions on his character. Also, Caitiff are not terribly well liked in the Camarilla at the moment either, like worse than usual. So
yeah,
it depends on what you want to do. Either we can advance Gabriel to Archon and we can say he did the thing and he's good, in which case technically he would probably end up being a Archon under the new Toreador Justicar officially, whether or not his actual allegiance actually goes that way. Or we could say he hasn't made it to Archon yet, and we can actually...
You're not my real mentor!
You're the chosen one, Anakin.
That part's largely up to you.
Alright.
But yeah, we'll discuss it before we reboot the game. There's a couple other things that I need to tweak to bring the meta plot in line. I'm not erasing anything that you guys have done. So any player actions that you guys have done to our Chicago setting is going to be canon no matter what Onyx Path says. And if you know anything about Chicago canon, it's completely scattershot anyway, and unreliable narrator, and first edition contradicts second edition contradicts V5 version, so...
It's okay, we have Brandon Thornhill leading it.
As our sweet prince.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Do you know what generation he is?
No.
I do not.
He's a little bit higher than the cutoff for the Beckoning.
Oof. Who's next in line?
Kevin Jackson is the one that they canonically put in charge of Chicago.
Okay, who do we want next in line?
Anyway,
Bell.
we'll work all this out when we get around to it. You guys...
Thank you all for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Our community is amazing. Our chat is amazing. I know it's sometimes a bitch to get here on time and watch a stream when it happens, but we love you guys for doing it. Thank all of you guys for playing with me, because an ST is nothing without his group. Could not do it without you guys. Big love. Much respect. Slight amounts of homo. All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Goodbye.